Again, I had trouble reconnecting at the start. Very bizarre. Held fire this time though. So, hello! I'm really excited because I've just kind of added a few tweaks to something that I've started, and that's a couple of weeks ago I had this kind of amazing idea to randomly, and it was pretty random at the time, to open up a handcrafted business to guest bloggers. Now you've probably heard me, I've mentioned it before I think, but today I've just kind of woken up and gone, oh, I know what I want to do. Hi Paula! So yeah, so what I've done is I've given it a hashtag, I've given it more impetus and meaning. I've actually put into it what I actually started it for, but I think I was a little bit formal in the way I wrote it. So now I've just gone, it's together we can do a better job to support and grow craft businesses, because that's what it's all about, isn't it? We want to keep the handmade industry going. We want to kind of support everybody that we possibly can that's in handmade, whether they want to pay for their marketing training, or whether they just want free marketing training, or whether they just want to connect with other crafters. I want to make sure that everybody gives their business the best chance that they possibly can. And one of the best ways to do that is for crafters to give their help and their advice. If you can hear the cockerels, I do apologise. Their advice to help fellow crafters. There's nothing better, is there? There's absolutely nothing better than getting the advice from somebody who you recognise and who you admire and who you just think, wow, so they've been through the same thing that I've been through. So I'm really opening this up. Hi Leanne, and I'm now just been scheduling a few tweets, as you do, and I'm giving them a few hashtags. I've got hashtag Handmade Biz Support and hashtag Craft Biz Project, because I think this is a really big project, and I think this could be absolutely massive. That if everybody gets on board, they can all provide that little nugget of advice and all help each other in the form of using a handcrafted business blog. So I'm opening it up. It's going to be completely free for anybody and everybody to use. So whether they come and they get the advice, or whether you want to give the advice, do apologise. It's a platform where you can be seen as the expert, where you can establish yourself as somebody who really knows their stuff, whether it's giving advice about how to use Facebook, or whether it's giving tips about how you've got to grips with how to do your accounts and finances, whether it's what else have I written on the page, whether you've just got a story to tell and inspire others. So that is really, I'm so excited. Can you tell I'm excited? I think you probably can tell I'm a tad excited. I feel like I've been putting some information together about sweet spots recently. And actually this feels like my sweet spot. This feels absolutely amazing. Hi Kirsty. So if you've got a story to tell at all, if you've just got this nugget of information about how you overcame something that was tough, how something that kind of stopped you in your tracks, but you went, hey, do you know what? Come and apply to be a guest blogger on a handcrafted business, because somebody else somewhere out there will be having the same struggle that you've been through. Look, I'm doing this with my hands. I'm in fight mode for this. I'm like, yes, let's do this. I can see this being absolutely huge. I can see it being the biggest resource out there for handcrafters, and it's by crafters for crafters. Hi Lana, nice to meet you. Hi Heather. So please, if you've got any information at all to share, it might be how you got your first sale. It might be how you went from your first sale and a year later how your business is doing. You can include links in this back to your own business. It will really help raise your profile, and of course it will help others too. And the more people who are selling handmade, the more people who are talking and excited about handmade, the more potential customers are also going to be excited about handmade, because the more they're going to be seeing what's happening and they're going to be part of it. So let's do this. Craft Biz Project, hashtag Craft Biz Project. Let's do this, a handcrafted business blog. Now, I didn't come on to sell this. I'm ever so sorry. I'm just so excited about it. I've just been tweaking the page. Yeah, just this second been tweaking it and putting some things together. So I apologise, I'm all excited. But I really do think that if we can all help each other, wow. Just wow. If we stop seeing each other as competitors and see us as one big industry who we each inside have our own individual skills, our own individual niche that we appeal to, that actually everything that we bring to the table makes us all completely different, but together being this massive supportive community together. Just wow. Right, I'm gonna back off now. I feel like I could talk about that for ages. But yeah, I've just got this kind of handmade biz support. Hashtag handmade biz support. That's what I put. Okay, so if you see me tweeting about it, if you see me on Facebook about it, please, please, please drop a comment, retweet, pop a heart on, like it, do something. Let's help spread this word, because you don't know who might see this and who might be able to share their story and who might be able to share their piece of nugget of advice that might actually help you as well. So let's get this baby moving. Hey. Other than that, where are we at? I'm all distracted now because I kind of wasn't really doing that this morning. You know when you have that flash of inspiration that you've got to do something? It was one of those. It was that kind of like, yes, light bulb. So I'd had the light bulb a couple of weeks ago and then it's got brighter. It's like there's now 10 light bulbs on all at once. What's my Twitter? I don't think I've come across it yet. Do you know? I'm at a handmade biz, B-I-Z. I couldn't fit the whole name in, so it's a handmade biz. So yes, Lana, I'd love to see you over there. Follow me, retweet. Yeah, I'm excited by this. I think it's absolutely brilliant. I don't know why I didn't think of it before, but you know so much. You know what you're going through, and whether it's adapting from leaving a full-time job and going into making your business your full-time income, whether it's running a craft biz and juggling the balls because you've also got a full-time job, whether it's any of that type of stuff, it's all, sometimes you don't have to be giving advice as in how to deal with it, but sometimes just sharing that this is what you're going through or what you've been through is enough to help another crafter go, I'm not alone, this is normal. Because you think when you're a crafter in business, quite often it's lonely, isn't it? I mean, I think I spoke about this the other day when I lost, well, the day after I lost the internet. Fab Paula. The day after I lost the internet for the day. And it was that bit of like, wow. I suddenly realised how much, don't get me wrong, I've lost the internet before, but for some reason last week it really hit me that you guys are my work colleagues. You're the people who I turn to for that company, that companionship, that feeling of the community, that feeling that I'm not actually on my own, even though I'm on my own at home working. That connection is really, really important. It's just super important. It just keeps us going, doesn't it? Knowing that we're not on our own. So sharing anything that you've been through or anything you can do that tells somebody else they're not on their own. Maybe it's the groups that you need to be part of and get involved in, and places to go and connect with other crafters. Obviously, I'm hoping a handmade business blog or the Craft Biz project, as I'm going to rename it, or part of it will be. So yeah, exciting. So what are you up to that's exciting? What is it that kind of gets you all fired up and makes you, yes, I'm doing that? Now, I will say that something like this could easily be a bright, shiny object. It could easily be something that sends me off down a rabbit hole and takes me away from what it is that I should be working on. It's not. For me, it's not, but something like this could be. So if you've kind of got something that's really, really exciting and really firing you, you do have to check in and make sure that it does fit in with your business. And obviously it fits in with my business because I'm using my website and it's a site where I want crafters to be coming and I want them to feel comfortable and I want them to know that they can read interesting stories, they can hear from amazing people, and that it's a community and they all come together. So I want to be part of that community. So it has got that for me. Yeah. So yeah, find me over on Twitter at a handcrafted biz. Okay. I have to admit I'm not as consistent on Twitter as I need to be. I have these kind of like, yay, I'm going to do this, and it's short-lived. But that's the thing with marketing, isn't it? It's finding the consistency. It's the consistency that makes the difference. It's being seen regularly by the same people, your ideal customers, hopefully. I'm smiling because I'm writing a lot about ideal customers and handmade niches at the moment. In fact, if you want to know more, sign up for my freebie ebook, because these are the emails that I'm writing that follow up those. So it's all about ideal customers and niches and getting that. But once we are talking to those right people, it's not once you're talking to them, you need that consistency. And for me at the moment, my stepping up is doing this consistently every day. I've set myself this challenge that for 6 weeks I'm going to do a Facebook Live video every day. For me, every day is Monday to Friday. It's talking about either what I'm doing in a handcrafted business or a handcrafted marketplace, a bit behind the scenes, or it's giving you things that will help you. But this is me stepping up. It is being consistent. And believe me, we're only, day 2 of week 2. And already I can feel I love it once I do it. It's great doing that connection, but there's part of it that's going, oh, I've got to do that. And that's what happens with me on Twitter as well, is I get all fired up. I can schedule, I can get ahead of it, and it's great. But that consistency of doing it is the hard work. But that's where the magic happens. It's your ideal customer, knowing your niche, and then that consistency of being in front of them. So for me, this is this current challenge, but I'm also going to be challenged on Twitter because I know how I can make it work. So Lana, same here. I'm better at Instagram though. Also, yeah, I struggle with Instagram because it's on my phone. Whereas I want to work from my computer. So yeah, I'm not quite there with Instagram either. I do think about it, I do try and use it, but again, that's all change, isn't it, with the algorithm changes. Now, but obviously we knew that Facebook owning Instagram was going to bring changes, and with recently all those so now it's going to be very, very similar to how it works with your Facebook pages, that you're going to see more of the people that you actually do engage of. They're going to show you more of the type of pictures that they think that you want to see. They're going to show you more videos if you interact with the videos on there. So the algorithms are very, very much coming more into play on Instagram. So again, you've got to be smarter with what you're putting on Instagram. You've got to be consistent, not just with the posting, but also with what you're posting, so that you are getting you're targeting your niche. So Lana, are you finding that? Are you getting much engagement? Have you noticed any change with the engagement? Because I know that algorithm, it came in properly a couple of weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago. I'd love to know. I'd love to know if you're a regular user of it, if you notice the difference. So, do you know, I feel like I've just been talking I'm turning my light because I realise I'm a little bit dark. There you go. Yeah, can you tell I got a little bit excited? I'm trying to come back down now. Yeah, I'm really, really excited about the opportunity that a Handcrafted Business blog and opening it up to be the Craft Business project, it really, really brings. It's just amazing. So please help get on board with this. Please help make it the success that I just know it can be. It's working very well. That's good. So Lana, my measure of social media working well, because this is the problem with social media, and this is one of my concerns with Instagram, is, are you getting the sales from it? It's okay getting the engagement. Of course you want the engagement, but actually what you really, really want is for that to turn into sales at the end of it. My issue with Instagram is there's only one link for them to get back to your website, your Etsy store, or wherever it is you want to send people, and that's in your profile. So people actually have to go actively looking for it, rather than on Facebook you can put the links in the post, or Twitter you can tweet the links, or even Pinterest, your images link straight back to your website. So yes, it's bringing sales to Facebook. That's brilliant. Right, Lana, could you post your Instagram link below? I'd like to follow you. I'd like to have a look and see how you're making this work for you, because that's absolutely brilliant. So you're sending people back to your Facebook page from Instagram. Is that what you're doing? Is that the link in your profile? Because yeah, I know quite a few people who love Instagram but aren't necessarily getting the sales from it. So it can be taking up a lot of time. And whilst you're enjoying using it, if that's business time and it's not bringing in the sales, you really do have to think about whether it's a good use of your time. You have to make sure that you're getting people to go to visit you off Instagram. Paula, I use Instagram. My reach has increased and visits to my Etsy shop increased too, and got a sale too. Bonus, I copy my Etsy shop and Etsy shop link into my blog. So you're putting posts, images from your blog onto Instagram to get people to visit your blog. So yeah, how are you working that? How are you linking it with your blog? Brilliant. I mean, I know strategy is the same for every person. What works for one won't work for somebody else. And I think using Instagram and Pinterest and Twitter and Facebook and anywhere else that you want to be the social media is fantastic, but you do have to evaluate that it's working for you. And it's fantastic to hear that for Paula and Lana, that they found ways to make Instagram pay. That's brilliant, because that's what you need, isn't it? There's no point spending all of our time on all of this social media if it's not actually converting and getting your name out there and turning into sales. It's ultimately what we're here for. Whew, I'm still relaxing. I got a bit excited early, didn't I? The thing was, I was working. Hi, Elizabeth. I was working on just tweaking that page and putting the tweets out about the new, what would I call it? Craft Biz project. Went blank then. About the new Craft Biz project. They're opening it up for Handcrafted Business bloggers to come on and join it. I was so excited, and then I'm gonna, oh, it's 10:30. So it was kind of jumped straight. I already got the phone set up, so I just needed to press the button to go. So that's why I was a little bit excited, because it was all going around my head. That's how excited I get when I'm working. It's sad, isn't it? I get so excited about doing things to help other people. Love it though. Right, so Paula, I post pictures of my, you see I have to get closer to read. If I do that. No, it's no better. Right, let's go back to glasses. God, my hair just doesn't want to know this morning. Anyway, Paula, I post pictures of my work and copy the link below. Okay, so you know it's not a clickable link when you post it on Instagram, but that, so people can cut and paste it. That can work. Lana, I was very scared at the start, but I use a lot of behind the scenes and more relaxed on sales driven. Yes, 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 yes. You can't, as much as I'm saying it needs to turn into sales, it obviously it does, but if you go out there double glazing salesman mode, it's never going to work. You've got to post the work in progress. You've got to be the chatty, friendly person. You've got to have that connection with your ideal customer. And it sounds like you have, Lana. It sounds like you're on that wavelength and you understand what people are going to respond to. And that is brilliant, because you really do need to understand your niche. I know I'm talking about niche a lot, but I'm writing a lot of emails about them at the moment. If anybody signs up for my freebie Art of Marketing ebook, then you get a series of emails afterwards. And those series of emails afterwards are all about niche and ideal customer and making sure that you're talking to the right people. Because if you're saying all the right things but to completely the wrong person, they're not going to respond. But if you're talking to exactly the right person and you only kind of half say the right things, you're still going to get a response. So, hi Nancy, lovely to see you. So yeah, Lana, it sounds like you're doing the perfect thing and absolutely well done, because it amazes me how many people out there just aren't, or who, when they come on something like they write a Facebook post or they write a tweet, they turn into that formal newsreader, or as my nan used to do, they're kind of like answer the phone and go, hello, the telephone voice. And we don't want that. You can't be that person on social media. You have to be friendly. You have to be you. People need to know and like, like and trust you. Got that in the end. I say that often and I still get it wrong. Okay, so Jodie. Hi Jodie. I haven't started selling my craft yet. Baby and children's clothes. I'm worried the market's too flooded. Do I go for it in yarns? Yes. Okay, so right, do me a favour and go to handcraftedbusiness.com and download the freebie. Download the free The Art of Marketing ebook, because what I want you to do is I want you to get into your head that you are completely unique, that nobody brings what you've got to the table. So, you're saying baby and children's clothes. Now, on the face of it, that's a really, really big arena, isn't it? Kind of like there's all these mums who are looking out to buy baby and children's clothes. There's all these nans, there's all these aunties. I'm quite a new auntie, so yay. So that you've got this huge, huge market. But actually, if you think within that, if you think about just the different styles that people want, if you think about your different experience, so kind of, I don't know, there could be, oh, I don't know, nobody makes your things like you. Exactly, Elizabeth. Elizabeth. Taught you well. What you bring to this is your style, it's your background, it's your experiences, and all of that come in to influence the products that you make, and it changes the ideal customer that you're going to be targeting. So believe me, the market isn't that flooded. You just need to be brave, go for it, but don't go for it and just try and spray and pray marketing, and that's literally standing there and going, I sell and make babies and children's clothes, come and buy them, to anybody that's listening. Thanks, Elizabeth. But you need to be finding that very small segment of that market that you're going to be talking to, the people that you have the affinity with, the people that you can empathise with, the people whose heads you understand and understand why they're buying those particular styles of children's clothes, and the look that they want and the feel that they want and the bits that are important to them. For example, my daughter, she loves, I mean, she's 9 now, so she's a little bit older than maybe kind of really the type of children's clothes that I'm talking about, but the dress up, the princess clothes, she used to absolutely love wearing them, but she hated them if they used a really rough net, if it itched her. So many things itched her. She was an absolute nightmare. Yes, the ideal customer for it. Yeah, exactly. Ideal customer and niches. So it needed, or she needed, lots of children's clothes that were really soft. So they still had this prettiness and they still had the look that she wanted, but they had to be soft. They had to not itch her skin. They had to not rub her skin. Very sensitive soul she is. So yeah, things like that. All those little nuances are the bits that you care about, are what you're different. So if you're doing those, then it's a different ideal customer to somebody who wants cheap and cheerful. Be brave, go for it, and don't go cheap, because your ideal customer will value what it is that you do and will expect to be able to pay for it as well. Oh, I'm excited today. Oh, excitable mood. Do you get this wound up about what you're doing? Do you get so excited about your craft? Do you feel that kind of like, yes, 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 when you're doing what you do and you make something and then you'll make a customer happy? Do you get this that I am now? Fab, Jodie. Go and download my freebie at handcraftedbusiness.com. Honestly, if you haven't started yet, you will find a fab load of information in there that will get your brain thinking. Don't be overwhelmed by it, but just take what you need to at the moment, and know you can come back to it and take even more later. Free ebook, handcraftedbusiness.com. Okay, what was I going to say? I went somewhere. Yes, when launching new... That's what I said. I was asking if you got that excited. Yes, when launching new product. Good. That means you're in your sweet spot. Because I talk about ideal customers an awful lot. But when you're talking, you have to like your ideal customer. If your ideal customer is actually somebody who you don't really like, they annoy you, they ask questions that just drive you absolutely mad. If you think, if you go, I don't want to work today, I want to do the making, but I don't want to do the talking to people, then you haven't necessarily got the right niche, okay? Because your sweet spot, there's the niche and your sweet spot, and it's bringing them together. And when you're in your sweet spot, you get as excited as I am now. You feel as, yes! You feel like you can take over the world. It's funny, yesterday, if you caught my video yesterday, yesterday morning, you'd have seen me, and I started the video going, I didn't feel right. I wasn't kind of in the zone. I was a bit feeling, I think I described myself as feeling like a child in an adult's world. And we all go there. We all have days like that. We all have times where you're just kind of like, oh. And for me, I think it was a stepping up. It was a consistency of putting myself out there on these videos that was kind of getting to me. So there was different things. Did it at the Frog. That's all last week's videos. At the Frog, got on with it. And look at today. The difference. And that's just a day. And that's just doing something that makes me go, yes. That I'm helping crafters in business. It's my sweet spot. I've been there, I've done it, I've got the t-shirt, I've been a crafter in business. I've got my marketing expertise as my background, I've got my photography background, and they all come together in this business, and I'm put everything together that I love. Though it's funny, I bumped into my old GCSE and art teacher. There was a time. I've been on for ages. Because just finish with this story and come back to Paula's comment and everybody else's comments. A few weeks ago, I bumped into my old art teacher. I did GCSE art and A-level art, and I loved it. And my old art teacher was absolutely amazing. She was is a lovely, lovely lady. And I've discovered that her grandchildren go to the same schools as mine. didn't know, randomly bumped into her, and she said, so are you still doing something to do with your art? I'm like, no. But I do help artists, I do help crafters who make. I do. She's like, no, you should still be doing it. I was like, oops, told me. So yeah, I do have that artist creative background, and I am now trying to think how I can bring more of my art into what I do, because yeah, you get told, even now, I'm 41, and my teacher from back when I was from 13 up to 18, and she still managed to kind of, without telling me off, to give me a prod. How funny is that? Right, I need to open up your message, Paula. So yeah, I agree. I found my niche. Use materials free from additives and for those with allergies. Brilliant. Get totally excited. Oh, so Paula, do you ever use niobium? Because that is a material that obviously is allergen friendly. Is that the phrase? So have a look at niobium if you don't use that as well, because that's another one. So yeah, get that out now in your marketing, Paula, though. So I didn't know that about you. I really didn't know that. I mean, I know you a little bit outside of here as well, but I really did not know that. And if I don't know that, then your ideal customer don't know that. And your ideal customer, that will be important for. So get out there and get talking to your ideal customer. Again, download my free ebook if you haven't already. In fact, even if you have, re-download it. That I'm tweaking the emails that go out afterwards, and they are all about ideal customers. And obviously, pricing and product and all of that will all come into play once you have the foundations in your business, that you completely to grips with your ideal customer and your niche. Then all these conversations get so much easier, and the pricing gets easier, and everything else gets easier. Yes, do work on it, because I didn't know. I had no idea. Okay, right. Do you know, I aim to do 10 to 15 minutes on this, and I've just hit half an hour. When I get excited, I carry on and on and on and on and on. Just ask my VIP clients. Get into the role, talking about their business and and suddenly, whoa, time just flies by when you're having fun. It really is a true saying, isn't it? Time flies when you're having fun, and it has today. So, do you know, normally I try and what I do with these videos is I not only do them on Facebook Live, I also store them. I also upload them to YouTube, so they're accessible there on my YouTube channel, and I also put them onto a Handcrafted Business blog. But I try and remember what it is that I talked about. I might have to watch this. I hate watching myself. Don't do that. Don't watch it. I might even have to try and listen to it just to try and remember everything we've said, because we've covered so much. And the main thing is, you need to be excited. You need to have your sweet spot, and you need to have your ideal customer, and they need to come colliding together, and then you get this excited about what it is that you're doing. Okay. I think I need to calm down. No, I'm going to go schedule a few more tweets to go out about the Craft Business Project. Please, if you see them, retweet them, get involved by becoming a guest business blogger. As I said earlier, anything that you can share, anything that you can put out there, that whether you've overcome it or whether you're just there right now, other people knowing that just makes the world of difference. You know that yourself, doesn't it? Knowing you're not doing something alone just is like, well, it's the world of difference. So, Elizabeth, hello! I use quality lamb trimmings and buttons. I know it's cheaper to make sell more, but I make more money for fewer knits because of the quality, and my customers are returning customers. I love you, Elizabeth. Elizabeth and I have been working together for a little while now, well, a couple of years now, and for Elizabeth to post that, I'm just like, yes! Wow. When I first met Elizabeth, I hope you don't mind me saying this, Elizabeth, but when I first met Elizabeth, oh, I've gone teary. When I first met Elizabeth, and I looked at how much she was selling, well, I saw how much she was selling her knits for, I just was, oh my God, you can't do this. You just can't carry on like this. You're never going to make any money. So over the time that I've known her, she's trusted me, and she's put her prices up, and she now has so many returning customers, and she's given up a job, and she's now got her, I'm going to say your shed in the garden. It's not a shed, is it? It's not really. Your base for working in the garden, and Elizabeth, you don't know how much you make my heart sing. That it's just like, yes. Just for Elizabeth. So for you, just even to post that, and I know that you're doing it as well. You don't just say that that is what's happening in your business. It's just like, yes, me too. I've got all emotion. What a journey. It's been a massive. Can you remember that first? I can remember you on the first Make Your Way to Success run. And I can truly, 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 truly remember when you were telling me what you were selling things for, and did we work it out that you were less than 50p an hour? I'm sure that's where we were at, that it was kind of like, and I was going, you don't have a business. It's lovely, and you're making beauty, because you were. Your products are absolutely gorgeous. I mean, I've bought from you, I've been your customer, and I will be your customer in the future as well, because your quality and everything is just like, it's up there. So you deserve to be making money, and the fact that you trusted me, less than 35p, and you, yeah, love you, Elizabeth. Right, oh, I don't know if I've got waterproof mascara on. Don't want to have tears. Right, black streaming down, not a good look. So yeah, mind you, it's quite dark on my eyes, so it's fine. So yes, yeah, sorry, I hope I haven't kind of embarrassed you by bringing that up, but yeah, the fact that you've trusted me and that we've gone through all this together and that you're where you are now, I wish we were closer so we could have a big hug. Okay, hug for Elizabeth. So Paul, I think I need your help then. You know where I am. I'm here. Download the freebie if you haven't already. That's a good first route in. So anyway, on that note, well, it was half an hour. Oh, it's still just over half an hour. It's coming up. So thank you, Elizabeth. I really do. In fact, Elizabeth, we need to do your story because of you. Because of your skills and your talent and you listening and you doing the work. All I did was that little bit of a push in the right direction. Yeah, that's all I did. I'm that kind of scaffolding. I put some of the scaffolding in place, so they're kind of like, right, we go up to this level, and you can go up the ladder and go up to the next level, and then up the ladder. And I'm that and I just build the scaffolding a little bit ahead of you, and then give you a push up. Yeah, that's sort of how it works, isn't it? That's what I do. I love it. I love my job. And when Elizabeth, yeah. Okay, so. But yeah, Elizabeth, you're in a completely different place, and it's wonderful to watch. Though we do need to sort of finish tweaking your website. But you're so busy. You never have time. Okay, so if you see me tweeting about the not the Craft Biz project, Craft Biz, hashtag Craft Biz project, please retweet, please get involved. Elizabeth, your story would be amazing on there. Thank you for the likes. Get involved. I really want this to be massive, because I think just, oh, I got hard. Only because I haven't forgotten. I haven't. We will get there. Not that you need it. You don't need it. You might say, do you know what? I can't be bothered, Nicola. Hey, maybe you should just come and sell on a handcrafted marketplace instead. That's the other thing I do. Oh, I do too many things. I don't. I love it all. Handcrafted marketplace. If anyone's looking for somewhere else to sell, a handcrafted marketplace. But Elizabeth, you'd have to do that video with Lou. We need you. We need you to show up and talk about them, because we need to get your quality across and your love of the quality materials that you use. And earlier, when you said about children's clothes and babies' clothes are the too many people in the industry, if you look at Elizabeth, Elizabeth is a knitter in the baby target market. That's who her target audience is. It's baby knits. So it isn't too big. She's doing it right now. She's successful right now. So right, Helena. Hello. Could I ask, how do you know that you are already transitioning from doing your business part-time to being full-time? Okay, there's two sides to this, and the one is financial, obviously. Head and heart, isn't it really? Those are probably the easiest way to split the two sides. Head is, are you making enough money? Or can you see that you're covering at least part-time of your job? In which case, is there a possibility for you to go part-time in your job first, so you can actually just skew the scales so they're like this, and then you can do that? If that's the opportunity, then that's the perfect way to go. So financially, if your business is making money. But the other thing is sometimes your business isn't necessarily making the money, but you've got to know you've got enough money in the bank behind you to survive for a bit. Maybe it's a redundancy situation, maybe you've just got enough savings, and maybe you've got a partner who is able to support you. So you've got to know that you've got that going on. Hitting my light in front of me, it's right, it's kind of here, but you. Bye Jodie, nice to meet you. It's not that long ago since I was on the nursery run, it's just school runs now, but no, my pleasure, go for it. So where was I saying? Yeah, so if you've got that support, if you've got that financial backing behind you, you've just got to take that leap of faith sometimes. You've just got to believe. You've got to have that vision for what it is that you're doing. You've got to have that self-belief that you are capable of doing this. And believe me, you are. It isn't that you know everything that you need to know right now, but do you know what? You'll know people who know. Sometimes you need to pay for that extra help. Sometimes you need something like my academy, which is, it starts from £15 a month, and it gives you that support that you need on the everyday basis, and that's fine. It's not a problem if you've got to pay for support. It's not a problem if you don't need to either, if you've got your own support network going on. But you just need to get that support in place and take that leap of faith and go for it. If you know here that this is what you need to be doing, if you love doing what you do, if you know that it isn't just about making, that you've got to put the time into the marketing, you've got to put the time into talking to your ideal customer and your niche, and that you love doing that. The academy is fab. Thank you, Elizabeth. Are we back? I just had lost it. I don't know where that cut out. But if you're in your heart, you know that you're determined and you're going to do this, and you've got the time, then sometimes you just need to do it. You just need to take that leap of faith. Just make sure that you've got that financial backing that gives you the time that you're going to need, and make sure that you're prepared to invest in the skills that you haven't got so you can learn them. Okay, don't think you can do this on your own. That's the one thing that I wouldn't suggest that you do. Don't go into this going, right, I can quit my job, and on the Monday morning you're on your own at home with nobody there to support you. Get a support system in place, even if it's just being in different groups on Facebook of people that you can talk to, so you've got that connection. Earlier on in the video I said that I had no internet I think it was last Thursday, and the biggest shock for me was that I've got no one to talk to, I've got no one to connect with, I haven't got that social aspect. So you've got that consideration as well as the financial, as well as the crafts, and make sure you've got that support. But do you know you're ready? I think you're ready. Just asking the question. Asking the question tells me that you're ready. You might have to put a few things in place to properly be ready, but in here, I think you're ready. Okay. All right then, I'm calming down. Can you see I'm calming down? Started exciting, got emotional, now I'm getting practical, and now I need to go and do some work. I need to carry on and finish writing my emails, and also I still haven't finalised the webinar that I'm going to be doing next week. I have put a date on it. I've got to go through my pieces of paper now. Normally I use my bullet journal. I love bullet journaling. Pleasure, Helena. I love bullet journaling, but I've lapsed into my bad thing of making notes on paper again. So I need to retrain myself and get back to being good. I think 21st was my date that I've put in. Can't see it. Pretty sure 21st. So if you're interested in finding other ways to make money from your business than just selling, so talking about teaching online, and other ways that you can make money from your business as well, then watch out, because there'll be information coming out about this webinar, which is going to be on the 21st at some point very soon. It needs to be soon. It's getting quite close to be telling people about it. So, okay, right then, have a fab day, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.